Hi everybody, this is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977. And again, my Steam name is Kellyann1027 if you would like to add me and play some multi games that we may have together. And I just dyed my hair the Revlon 34 Deep Burgundy. And this apparently has no harmful chemicals, so no ammonia or bleach in it. And it took me about an hour and 10 minutes to do. So this is what I look like. This light's a little bit better with my phone camera. But some of the blonde is still in there. Like over here, where it starts to really take. But it seems like all of that bright pink is out of my hair. So what I will do is probably in 2 weeks, I'll go ahead and I'll use the same exact one, do it again to get all the blonde out of my hair. And then maybe probably once every 6 weeks I'll need to, just to cover up. I get grays up here really bad. So just to basically cover up the grays. And then I am a redhead. I have dark auburn here, but I didn't want to go with the auburn or the dark auburn. I wanted something a little different. So I went with the dark burgundy. And when I first put it on and I popped my hair and put it in, it was like a bright red. And I was like, well, it's not supposed to be a bright red. But it seemed to take, I left it on for 30 minutes. That's the longest you can leave this on. And I mean, you can kind of see down here my natural red picking up the color. And I don't think the blonde that you do really see is that noticeable. I don't pull my hair back when I go out. I usually wear these things in my hair and then just pull it back. But after 15 months, I could not get that purple splat out of my hair. And that's a long time to have that dye in your hair. That's supposed to be semi-permanent, 6 weeks only. So I was just like, yeah. And it matches my purple glasses too a little bit. So sometime this week, I'm hoping that I'll feel up to tomorrow going and picking out new glasses. I'm going to get new frames. I'll probably go with a brown because I wear a lot of neutral tan colors for at least makeup wise. And these lenses are all scratched up. So new lenses, new frames with the scratch resistant be about 150 bucks. And then once they come in, I'll have the lenses changed on these with the scratch resistant also. And I can just alternate. Do I want to wear purple or do I want to wear a brownish tan glasses for the day? And then if one breaks, at least I have a backup. Probably just to do the lenses and scratch resistant on this would be about 100. Basically, you only pay $20 for the lenses. These are the little cheap state ones that the state in Rhode Island would pay for. Out here, they don't cover glasses, lenses, repairs, or anything like that. They just do a yearly checkup on your eyes, and that's it. So I do pay for my own glasses and things of that nature. Other than that, it's pretty cold. It's going to be pretty cold. No more snow, but last night it was -4. But my cell phone said it felt like -14. Tonight it's actually supposed to be -27. So it's really getting cold. And when that does happen, sometimes we'll get an inch or two of snow, but it's light and fluffy and stuff. So right now it's a sunny, nice day. I believe last time I checked my phone, it said it was 14 degrees, so a little bit warmer than what it usually is. And so Carlito stuff got mailed out. It wasn't bad. $50 insurance, standard delivery. It was 15. Then we had to pay $4 for stupid tape. I never heard of such a thing. I mean, I had to use my own box because I didn't have big enough boxes. But if I went there to mail something and I wanted it in a box, I got to pay for tape. I would think a piece of tape to put over the box would be included. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And there's talk that at the end of January, postage and handling's going up. So, so he'll have everything. My sister's is in a box. My mother's is wrapped up in a box. And then our gifts is just, we were able to wrap them and put them on the side. And I used one of the every plate boxes. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was the largest one we had. So it's going to be orange with plates on it. But this is a smaller box of it. So that's what the box is going to look like. And it's a little bit bigger than this one. And it has special packaging in it. So that's why I used it, because it won't be able to jiggle and wiggle a lot, so nothing will get ripped and stuff. You know, wrapping paper, and they don't care. They throw things. The box I used had a little dent on the bottom. I'm like, why are you throwing my food around? It clearly says it has food in it. So, like, they don't care at the postal, and it has to go to many different states. So I had to go to the headquarters of the post office in Vermont, then New Jersey, Connecticut, then to the main office, post office in New York, to the post office that delivers to them. So, I mean, this does take a while, unfortunately, when you deliver or mail anything. I mean, it's usually if I mail him a card, I'll write, I'll pick up a few times a year thinking of you, or his birthday, Christmas cards. And it takes usually 4 days. So we package on and off the truck and stuff. Hopefully no more than like 7. But I know that they are still working on Sundays, just delivering packages out here in Vermont. And more people live in New York than Vermont, so. But they're looking for it, and we got a tracking number. So I think maybe Tuesday I'll look that up to give them some time to process and get it going, so I can see where it is, and then just let them know where it is. So yeah, my husband's playing D&D with his brother and some friends. So he left at 12. So it was supposed to start at 12, but I guess it's gonna start later. And they usually play between 2 and 3 hours. One of the friends usually needs to be back for reasons about 3. So he probably get home about 3:30. There's 1:45 now. I've literally been doing my hair since 12. It took me 14 minutes to put all the dye, get it ready, put all the dye in it. Then I left it in for the 30 minutes. Then it took me about 25 minutes to completely wash it out. And I don't know, when I dye my hair, for some reason, the water just goes this way. And then my eyes start to burn. And so I can't always like just open my eyes and be like, oh, is it running red still? So yeah, it takes a while to do that. And then putting the conditioner in, I left it in for an extra minute. Because even though this says it has no bleach and ammonia, for some reason my hair doesn't really like it, the dye, too much. And it feels like horsehair. So in a couple of days, I'll wait a couple of days to let the color set. And then I'll shampoo and condition it with the color safe stuff. And it'll feel a lot better. But yeah. I mean, right now it's soft and shiny, but tomorrow when I wake up, it's going to be all snotty and kind of dryish. So, and I do buy things that say repair to damaged hair and stuff like that. So, if anybody's wondering, I do use that kind of stuff. And I use detangler. And it gives a nice smell and a nice shine. So I really like the detangler. I usually use it at least once a week. Usually the day after I shampoo and condition my hair, and it just really helps. So I recorded 4 more videos of Red Rum 2, Time Lies. I'm quite surprised the first video that I posted, I didn't post the whole thing, and I didn't think people would watch it, so I didn't think about recording it until chapter 2 of the story. And I'm not sure how many chapters it had. I was on chapter 5, And just recording that, I probably recorded 6 hours of just these 3 chapters. So it is a quite lengthy game, the first one. I believe the first one's like $20. The second one was 20. And I think it's worth it. It doesn't have chapters in it. So it's a puzzle game, tells a story about a little girl who has a special gift to help people who are dying or who are already dead. And, there's many puzzles to it. You gotta find things, you gotta figure out where they go. Once you complete the 3 things for that one person's story, then that person's soul will be saved. And I'm not sure how many people, because I haven't fully opened up the map of the asylum either. Or at least it looks like I haven't. So I completed a lot of things in these videos. I try not to have them more than 20 minutes long. So I did like an hour and 25 minutes of recording yesterday. And I think it came out good. I accidentally hit the recording button, so it stopped, and then I had to delete that one and go back in and do it again. Because I use the Steam Xbox recording thingy. You hit the middle of your Xbox controller, and it pops up. But it stays in the corner of my screen, and this is a puzzle game, so if you go over it, it turns back into the regular mouse into thing, arrow thing, and you can accidentally stop your recording without knowing it. So I don't like that because there's some pieces that I need to press, and it's like right underneath that stupid thing. I wish they would have it where we could just move it if we needed to, but you can't. And you can't see it in the recording. It doesn't show up in the recording, so only I can see it. And then I can see how long I've been recording and when I want to stop, which is good. So I played a free game from that jam thing. People make games, submit them, and I think it's the first person can win a prize, or maybe the first top 3 people. So usually about 10 to 12 people usually do this when they have it. They have it a couple times a year. They always have one for Halloween, and I think they have one closer to like the spring. So I played a couple of them. One was a pixelated one, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I walked everywhere, doors were locked, I wasn't finding anything, couldn't open up the drawers that were there, I had no clue what I was supposed to do. So I was like, well, okay, that was a waste of 10 minutes of my time. I have no clue what I was supposed to do. And that one's called the Crowfield Family. So then I played another one called Notes of Obsession. And you play as a little boy who's home alone. He falls asleep watching TV. You wake up at first and you have to go to his bedroom and find a box. And it's weird because he's a boy, but this is a music box with a little girl dancing. But you use this, and you have to wind it up and leave it out and walk around with it. And you will find notes. It will glow if you get close to a note, and you press the E to like collect them. So it had a little looping effect to it in the bedroom. And then you could explore downstairs. A couple of times I thought I like lost, but I guess that was part of the game. And the game made no sense at the end. This thing that was haunting him, I don't know what it was supposed to be, if it was real, not real, or what. But it was a cool idea. It just didn't make any sense. Why would I need to have a music box and find these hidden notes and do what I did at the end? I have no clue. But it was really well put together with Unreal Engine 4. And not very long, maybe about 15 minutes long. And from time to time, I would do this if I get bored of playing the games that I have on Steam. Want to play something new and interesting without having to pay for something, then I will go there. If I like it, I'll leave a comment. If it has some bugs, I will report that if they want to fix them. So that one was a cool one. And then I found the Unreal PT, which they started April 2018, and it just got released the beginning of January of this year. And what they did was they mimicked PT demo from Silent Hills. And they did a really good job doing it. It's just I forgot to touch the picture of the woman with the X so that the shot would show up. And it allowed me to continue the game, but that broke it, that I couldn't do anything else and I was stuck. So I just watched the guy do the ending of it himself because he said the only thing that would be different about this was the ending. So instead of you walking out the house at the end as Norman Regis, you don't. You just hear the boy that got killed saying that he's coming back with his new toys. It made it seem like the father was still alive in it and not actually dead, maybe just in jail or something. But they did really good, and it took them all that time to actually do it. They wanted it to look as close to the original professional one that they could. And the baby that's in it looked like the same exact baby, but they changed the recording to a real baby. So that was nice. The girl, the woman that was in the bathroom at one point, sounded like she was laughing, but she was supposed to be crying, and that was dumb. The pictures were very hard to find. They wasn't in the original spot that I remember because I beat PT demo for that, Silent Hills, and I couldn't find them all. And I think that's because I forgot to touch the picture, and it allowed me to go through the door, and it shouldn't have. So nothing else was working. And you didn't get the scare of the woman outside the window where she creeped up and she's like there. Instead, the recording tells you, turn around. I said, turn around. And I was turn around, nothing was happening. And then the radio went off and she grabbed me from behind. And then that was really scary. She was just like in your face. So instead of putting it at the window, they put it on the inside because I guess they didn't know how to code it like that. But I mean, if you want to go ahead and do it, it's a really good game. If you never played the demo, you may not remember what you need to do. And I just forgot I needed to touch that stupid zoom in on the picture. So if you want to take a look at it, I don't know if that was like a little bug I had and nobody else will. I tried to play the demo one shot for Resident Evil 2. It's not working. And these people keep telling me download this thing and uncheck everything for the codes and then it's going to play. And I tried one of these for these things. Tweakers, K-Lite, they have all kinds of different ones and it didn't do anything. It's still not allowing me to play the game. I actually got a different error when I used it. So this is really messed up that they put a demo out for people to use all over the world and it's in Japanese. They don't have Microsoft Word. Like they don't use Microsoft for their games is what it said. So now you need to download something else that's not given to you, but some people it will work and some people it won't. And why should I have to go to a dangerous website that I don't know to download something to make a demo work? So this is really messed up. They shouldn't have released it to Americans then. They should have changed the coding because supposedly everybody's going to be able to play this game. And I shouldn't have to play it on my PS4. I don't like to play games on PS4. I just don't. I got used to playing on my computer. So hopefully they can fix this because this demo is from January 11th until the end of the month. And then the demo is not going to be there anymore. And I want to play the demo because I want to see what the game is going to be like. If it's going to be a game that I totally won't be able to play, then I'm not going to spend the money. That's ridiculous. And then have to wait like a week for a refund. And unfortunately, Resident Evil 4, I can't play it because the aiming and the walking and stuff is all weird. And I can't play games like that. I tried and all I did was get aggravated. So, I don't know. Do not know. Well, hopefully they fix it because that's really messed up. You don't release something and like I loved Resident Evil 6. I loved Resident Evil 7. Not a lot of people took to it. Now you go back to old school, you have a demo and a lot of people cannot play. And they're pissed. So it's kind of messed up because I was going to record it for you guys and put it on there, but I can't. I can do the settings. There's 3 different adjustments that you need to do to be able to see things in the game. And then after that, the pop cam thing comes up and who made the game and when it was made, copyrights, and then I can hear rain, and then it just crashes and I get a white screen of I think I had like four different errors, and they're usually at the very last of all these numbers and letters. It'll say like one was like 3DX1 dot DII or DLL, which is a coding issue. So, it's really sad. And I tried to fix it myself for the DX11 because they have DX12 and DX11 together, and you can only have one or the other. And it won't let me save it as. As soon as I do it and I go to play the game, it changes it back. And that you can't have two different ones. It's not going to run in both. So I don't know if they didn't realize they did that. Was it an accident in coding? I have no clue. Um, so that's really sad that I can't play it. Um, so other than that, I hope everybody has a great week. My son, grandson, and daughter-in-law is coming over Wednesday. She's taking a road test, so they probably won't be over until about 11, 12, because they have to drive about 2 hours away from where they live and go to Burlington, but you have to come through St. J to get to Burlington, which is like another hour or so drive, and then who knows how long the line is going to be. And then you have to wait for an instructor because they don't have a lot of instructors that do this. So she's going to be practicing during the day this week because she just went last Wednesday and took the written. And because she's over the age of 21, she does not have to wait 6 months. And then Sunday we are having a birthday party for my mom because that's what she really wants. So I'm just going to do that. It could be me and my husband, probably her friend Linda, and her boyfriend Dave. And, I'll let other people know, but my niece works 7 days a week. She's not going to be able to be here for 12. She usually goes in at 11. My sister, 12 o'clock is kind of late because she has to be back for 1 to feed our patients. And then they have their pills at 12 because they have to wait an hour before they eat. So it might be difficult for her to come too. Maybe her husband Jeremy will show up. But just a little small get together. I'm going to make meat lasagna. My husband, she wants chocolate cake, so he's going to make the cake. And we'll probably have, a couple bags of chips and dips, something like that. But I'm not going all out. Not at all. I just spent $17 for us to go out to have lunch. And we spent, it's $53 worth of stuff. I got 2 things on sale, but it still cost us a good amount of money. So we have to watch what we're spending right now because we don't get paid again until March. So, but just something special for her. Other than that, not too much more going on. I'm planning on looking at the lab today. I gotta set it up, make my password and everything, and just, roughly see what it looks like, what I'm gonna need to do. I don't have to do an actual written lab for this class, which can take 2 to 4 hours to do. But it is a hands-on for whatever we're learning about. And I do know that I have multiple choice questions to answer at the end that are graded. So I just figured, I start 22nd. That is in 7, 8, 9 days. If I just do a little bit each day, maybe dedicate an hour, I should pretty much maybe be ahead of the game, hopefully. And that'll be it. I'll be getting up in the morning, waking up for an hour or so, and then sitting down and dedicating an hour each day to these classes, and I should be able to have the rest of the day to myself, unless it's really involved. That's the goal. That's the idea. So for anybody who watched this, thank you very much. Anybody that's watching Red Rum 2, I do appreciate it. I have a lot more views than the first one. First one I might have had like 5 at the most. I'm going back and looking at the old ones. Been posting for a couple weeks now. Just posted the 7th one. I have 3 more now that, so for the next 3 days I can post it. And I'm getting anywhere between 8 and 25 views now on these videos. So I'm really, really glad that everybody likes them. And I do plan on doing at least one pre-recorded of an ASMR video. It's going to be lid sounds with other sounds mixed in. So everybody, thank you for watching. Have a great